What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm J Motion. Today we're going to be unboxing the father and son set from Goku Fit. This figure is based on Goku and Gohan. But first, I want to do a quick box comparison with the event exclusive father and son. So let's get started. Okay guys, so the one on the left is the event exclusive official made by Bandai. And then the one on the right is the Goku Fit. Honestly, the same exact figure, but you could see differences. You know, you could see the box has a more orange yellow look, and then the one on the right is more darker, right? And also, I don't know if you can see, but Goku's clothes, he's more orange than the Goku Fit one. He's a little more darker, you know, and obviously he has his logos. And also, I don't know if you can see this, but it's very hard to see. You see that hair right here, this hair, it comes with a face piece, right? But this one doesn't. That's a other difference they both have. And also the back, I'm gonna show you the back right now. This is the back, and this is the back for this one. Literally almost the same thing, but different pictures. But yeah guys, I just wanted to show you that. But let's open the Goku Fit. Look at how many accessories this figure has. I'm pretty sure it has way more than the event exclusive. The bugs is a little bigger. This bug is a little bigger than the event exclusive one for sure. And it also comes with his stance. You know, I'm pretty sure it's for the cloud. You know, it's honestly crazy how much accessories this figure has. I think they did a great job. Even though it's not official, it still looks really amazing. And it's also way cheaper than the event exclusive one. You could get this figure up to $60 to $80 around there. But we're gonna see if this is worth it. Alright, let's get started guys. It also comes with Goku's iconic power pole. I really wish they could have used this a lot more in Dragon Ball Z as well. But I like it. It looks really good. The color is really good. I do have some paint scrape off here. I don't know if you can see in the camera, but nothing much to it. You know, it's just a red dark color. You could do some really cool fighting stance. It also comes with the claw. You could, I'm pretty sure you could, you know, attach this to Gohan, and then this part goes to Goku. But yeah guys, I like it. You know, I'm really glad they definitely added these things for sure. Next we got the Gohan's face plates. You know, the one on the left, classic grinning, you know, teeth showing. The middle, more intense emotional anger with sweat coming out. And then the last one, full on shouting face, you know, wide open mouth. The paint on these faces are really good. It looks actually like Gohan, you know, just without the figure. It looks exactly like Gohan, you know. You don't even need, you know, the figure, you know. You could literally tell it's Gohan. But it looks really good. I do wish they could have added like a, you know, neutral face for him. But I mean, you know, not bad, you know. You know, this is Gohan right here. This is, you know, the figure. It comes with two Gohans. I'm gonna show you that right now. But let's put on this face, and you know, you put the hair right here. It's kind of, let me see. Yeah, you put the hair right there. And yeah, this is Gohan. You know, I really love this Gohan. like, tell me guys if you like this Gohan, because I personally I love this Gohan. You know, it comes with the tail. You could take this out. You know, I don't want to do that because, you know, I do heard like the tails do break easily. And but yeah, this Gohan, he can look this, you know, down, up. He can't, well, a little bit, you know. His arm, you know, you could bring it up, you know, and then all the way back again. And you know, you could move the legs for sure. You could move them, but this is you know, thick plastic, so you know you can't really move the legs. But you could let, you know, it does have some, you know, motion on the legs and his ankles as well. You know, both ankles as well. You know, he can't really do much but stand, to be honest. You know, that's basically his main thing, you know. Maybe if they could have made this, you know, cloth, you know, it would have been a lot better for sure. But you know, overall it looks really nice. I'm gonna show you the other Gohan right now. Okay, so this is the other Gohan that I was talking about. It comes with two. You know, he's basically a statue. Well, both are kinda, well, this one has more, you know, movement than this, you know, Gohan sitting down. You know, he's, you know, his only thing is just sitting down, you know, but you can move his hands for sure. You know, in his little, you know, hands and his feet, he does have some, you know, he could definitely move his ankles for sure. But you know, trying to, you know, if you're trying to, you know, stand him up, you know, you can. He's just gonna fall, you know. But you know, you just basically, you know, put him on top of Goku's you know, I guess shoulder or arm, you know, to hold, you know, Gohan. But that's basically it, you know. You can't really do much with him. You know, not a lot of movement. Well, you could definitely move his hand, you know, to the left and the right, but up and down, you know, impossible. You know, impossible to do. You know, you cannot do that. And you know, of course, it comes with the Dragon Ball, 4-star Dragon Ball. It looks really nice. But yeah, you know, I like how, you know, at least it comes with two. You know, one standing, you know, and then one, you know, to put, you know, on top of, you know, Goku's shoulder, you know. So that's really nice. But yeah, this is, you know, Gohan, guys. And then next you get Nimbus trails. You get a curve and a straight. The shading is, I don't know if you can see, it's more yellow here, and then towards the end it turns more white. I do wish you could have bent them, but you can't. But I mean, at least it comes with two, and you could do like a, I guess, a straight flying pose and then a curved one. So that's pretty good. And you know, I guess towards the end, you know, this part you attach it to the Nimbus, but yeah, it's pretty cool, guys. Got the flying Nimbus. It's a very nice accessory for display, especially if you're doing a Dragon Ball setup. The Nimbus is definitely gonna make it pop out more. It's gonna look more alive, you know. It's gonna look way better, honestly. And you can see all the detail around the cloud. And I'm pretty sure these holes you plug it into the stands. But really nice accessory. I don't know if you can see the shading. It's a little darker yellow, and then it's more like a whitish yellow all around, you know, the cloud. It looks like cotton candy, and it's actually really big. It's actually pretty big. Honestly, they did a great job. The color pops is perfect if you want to, you know, recreate those classic Goku flying scenes. And this part, I'm pretty sure you put the trail. Yeah, you put the trail here. I'm pretty sure it goes like this. I don't know if I'm putting it right, but I'm not sure, but you know, it looks really nice. And I really like it. I give it a 10 out of 10. Next up, we have Goku's hands. This figure comes with a lot of incredible hands, which is great for posing. You get open hands for energy attacks, pointing hands, and closed fist hands for fighting poses. It really helps, recreate those different Dragon Ball scenes. A lot of hands, so many to choose from. But yeah. And here are different face plates that come with Goku. You get a nice expression like a happy face, a serious look, an angry battle face, and the default smiling face with the hairpiece. I really love this hairpiece. It looks really beautiful. I am definitely gonna put him with this hairpiece, in the display with the flying Nimbus. He's gonna look really good. I really love this, and also you can, the camera is not focusing, but okay, it's better now. So you could, remove this, and then you could put like a different, head plate. It looks really nice. I love this for sure. Okay, moving on to the last and final part, we're gonna be reviewing Goku, and I do have some problems with it. I'm gonna show you that in a bit. But first, the sculpt looks really clean. The hair is spiky and sharp, just like Goku in the anime. It looks really nice. And the paint on the orange G and blue undershirt looks nice and bright. And also the symbol looks really clean. It doesn't look messy at all. You could definitely see it very clearly. Also with the front, it looks very nice. And then you got your bicep swivel, not your bicep, your belt swivel. It looks really nice. It looks really nice. And also what I like about it, I like these folds. You can see the shading, darker orange, and then more like a lighter orange here. The folds look really nice as well. Overall, this is a really good, solid Goku figure, and a great one to have, in your Dragon Ball collection for sure. It looks nice, just by looking at it, but I'm gonna show you the problems with the joints. Now, the joints. Okay, yes, he has his butterfly joint, right? But look at this. It just looks ugly. It looks very ugly. And also not just that. Okay, he has his double jointed elbows, but look at this. You see this gap? I don't know why they made it like that. And I guess you get your bicep swivel, and then your wrist swivel as well. They're very loose. I guess this one is more stiff than this one. And then he could look this down, this up, and then he could bend this forward and this back this much. Not the best, right? He could move, side to side, and you got your thigh swivel, your double jointed knees, your toe hinges are very stiff, and his ankles, they're not the best from side to side. But he could go this forward and this back. It's not really the best. And yes, it's a 2.0 body. I would give it a 6 out of 10 for sure. I do see they could have, honestly, they could have, done a better job for sure. But let's see if he could do the splits. Can he do the splits? I mean, kinda, but it's not really. His joints are very stiff, and it definitely does feel like it could snap. His joints definitely do feel like a snap. His joints are not the best. It's gonna be definitely hard to pose. if you ever do want to pose him, it's gonna be pretty hard to pose, you know. He doesn't have the best joints, but you know, overall looking at him, he looks very nice, you know. Would I recommend it? I would say yes and no. Yes, because you know it's way less expensive and the event exclusive, you know. And no, because you know, if you ever do want to pose him, well, yes, you could pose him, right? But you know, if you ever want to do, like, for example, like stop motion or anything like that, it is gonna be difficult, and there's a chance that, you know, one of the joints can, you know, break for sure. But or maybe it's just mine, but you know, mine does have, you know, this problem. But yeah, guys, you know, this is Goku. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one, guys.